Substance dependence is the harmful use of substances, leading to impairment or distress. It is a mental illness affecting 1 in 5 Canadians 15 years of age and over. The disorder mainly affects young males, who are 2.6 times more likely to be diagnosed. Substance dependence has many causes and symptoms. Luckily, there are also many treatments. Meet Slippery Rock, Tyrell, and Jeffrey. Slippery Rock is an Aboriginal heroin addict. Jeffrey is addicted to marijuana. And Tyrell is an alcoholic. We follow these 3 men on their journey to recovery.
Where I'm from in Attawapiskat, all the other kids, they're all doing it, and nobody wants to tell their parents because everybody's doing it. There's not much to do up here, and it gets really cold. So once you get into this stuff, it's kind of hard to get off of it. I guess I just got pressured into it.
Slippery Rock is only 17. His native community is isolated. There's a high school, but nobody goes. His parents are worried. A person's genes, peer pressure, emotional distress, anxiety, depression, and environmental pressure can all be factors in substance dependence.
Well, my parents did it when they were my age too. I guess it's passed on through my genes.
There are a number of stages of drug use. Experimental, regular, daily preoccupation, and finally, dependence. Young people like Slippery Rock seem to move more quickly through these stages.
So my first time was at a party. Everybody there was shooting up, so I said, what the hell? Well, I wanted to try it again, so I asked my friend, Tall Tree Thick Bush, if he could give me some more, and that's when I stopped going to school. People started telling me my behavior was changing. Drugs became the most important thing in my life. Finally, I couldn't face life without drugs. It took over.
There are symptoms that show when somebody has reached the dependent stage. 2 symptoms, tolerance and withdrawal, describe substance dependence. When your body gets used to a substance, it needs more of it to achieve the desired effect. This is tolerance.
When I was smoking weed a lot, the more I smoked, the more I needed to get high, and the worse I felt when I wasn't smoking.
If drugs aren't available to an addict, then withdrawal will occur.
Last year I went on a vacation to Boblarakistan, where I couldn't get any weed because of the strict smuggling laws. That night I felt terrible things. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't function. I eventually drove myself insane, and next thing I knew, I woke up naked in a dumpster.
Mood swings, sleep disruption, and headaches are all symptoms of cannabis withdrawal. However, waking up naked in a dumpster is not. A 20-year-old Tyrell has been struggling with an alcohol addiction for 10 years. Both his family and friends have struggled with the consequences.
Listen, I've never dealt with addicts before.
He beats his wife.
I don't know why I do it. It makes me feel superior. Maybe it's the liquor.
The truth is that drugs and alcohol can make the user feel out of control, making them abuse family to feel superior. It contributes to violent behavior and domestic violence.
I saw a lot of childhood violence growing up in the ghetto, and my dad, he abused me. I really think that contributed to my problems.
The risks of Tyrell's problems are huge, but he doesn't fully realize it until now.
Last week I got into a car crash. It almost killed me. I was on the drink. Reminds me of last year, I got sent to prison for assault while I was drunk.
Alcohol affects the brain, making you lose your instinct and intuition. But the risks of substance dependence vary on the substance being used. Slippery Rock and Jeffrey's addictions have their own risks.
I tore my family apart. I've been so confused for a long time. Something has to change.
Last week, Slippery Rock made the biggest decision of his life.
So I was really screwed up and I decided to go to rehab. Yeah.
There are many treatments available for substance dependence, physical and psychological.
So if everyone can take their seats, then we can begin. So,
Program I am taking is really helping me. I see a counselor every day, and they are monitoring my behavior to see symptoms of withdrawal.
Jeffrey and Tyrell are following the same path as Slippery Rock. Jeffrey is in a detoxification process, stopping his drug use gradually.
okay, thank you, Jeff.
Well, I haven't smoked weed for, 1 day. I'm really proud of myself.
Tyrell started attending an Alcoholics Anonymous support group.
You see Sonia's in distress, obviously. What would you like to do?
Certainly not the doctors in this group.
They follow this 12-step program. I'm not sure if I like it. It's gonna be hard. They're all to stay in the medical facility until clean. Once released, aftercare is provided. It's gonna be a long journey for these three. Jeffrey doesn't know if he's ready, but he feels good about it. Substance dependence is a complicated thing. The stigma about it leads to stereotypes, but addicts like Slippery Rock understand that no one is immune from addiction and dependence.
I'm not weak. I just can't stop using drugs when I want to. It's a matter of science.
Weed doesn't only affect poor people. I've seen rich guys addicted to weed. It can affect everyone.
Unfortunately, 2 weeks after being released from rehab, Slippery Rock relapsed on heroin. He was determined to go back to rehab, but unfortunately, he was too late and died from a mainline overdose.